mountain pose and shift a bit your weight forward and back. And give your shoulders a roll up by your ears and down the back. Turn your palms forward, maybe wiggle your fingers a moment here and then relax those fingers. And if it's comfortable, closing your eyes if you feel stable and grounded. And then tuning into your breath, nothing else to do right now. Just breathe in and breathe out. And just taking a few more cycles to arrive to get settled in your practice today. And maybe to take a moment and acknowledge that you made some time and some space to practice. And then see if you can let go of any expectations about the practice. So as you let go of those expectations, you open up to possibility. So what if your practice surprised you today? What if your body surprised you? And in any way, not good or bad, right or wrong, just something new, something unexpected. So open yourself up to possibility. And then come back to your breath. Again, notice your inhale and notice your exhale. And as you begin to breathe with a bit more intention, you might feel that you arrive a bit more into the present. You let go of whatever happened before right now. And you might be able to let go of thoughts or expectations about what will happen in the next few minutes. And even maybe what will happen after class or next week. And as you stay with that focus on your breath, you're noticing what's happening right now. So let's stay for a few more breaths. And just notice what's happening in your posture at this moment. So if you want, you could check in with your feet. Notice how those feet are planted on the ground. Notice the texture of the ground underneath you, the temperature. And then keep noticing your posture. Maybe you come up through the legs, noticing your knees. Notice if those knees are locked out, and if so, see if you can find a slight bend in them. Engage your thighs. And then find that lower belly and find a little engagement there, so that awareness of the center of the body, of that core. And then you keep coming up through those arms to the shoulders. And see if you could make a bit more space between shoulders and ears. So that might mean dropping the shoulders and at the same time lifting the top of the head. And then come back to your breath. Feel the next inhale and the next exhale. And we'll begin to add some more obvious movement. So let's inhale to reach those arms up overhead and exhale to lower those arms down by the side. And again, inhale to lift those arms, exhale to lower. And inhale to lift. And now on your exhale, right arm lowers, left arm reaches up and over. Inhale back through center, and then left arm lowers and other side. And back through center, and one more time each side. Exhale here, and center, inhale, and exhale other side. And now as you inhale back through center, and on your exhale, lowering those hands and bring them behind you. Interlace them at the lower back, Straighten out those elbows, squeeze your shoulder blades so the fronts of your shoulders are getting a stretch here. And take a deep breath in and breath out. And then release those hands, reach them all the way up towards the ceiling. And then on your exhale, lower those arms down by your side. And we'll come into chair pose. Let's bend those knees, reach those arms up by the ears. And on your exhale, bring hands to your heart. And here in your chair pose, as your thighs are working, let's give those shoulders a roll. Bring them up by the ears and then release them down the back. And then again, inhale, up by the ears and down the back. And one more time, inhale and lift those shoulders. And then exhale to lower. Straighten those legs. Inhale, reach your arms up. And on your exhale, side stretch. Coming back through center, inhale. And let's go to the other side, exhale. And back through center, inhale. And bring your hands behind you, interlace. Find the awkward interlace of those fingers. And once again, straighten out those elbows. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Breathe in. And breathe out. And then release those hands, arms lift. And with your exhale, bend in your knees, neutral spine, and going for your forward fold. So first one in your practice, so be gentle. Gentle with those legs, that back body, those hamstrings. With your next inhale, halfway lift. And on your exhale, again, fold. And inhale, half lift. And exhale, fold. And one more time, inhale. And fold forward, exhale. Let's bend those knees deeper, rising up into chair. Inhale here. And on your exhale, hands to your heart. Push the floor away, straighten legs, straighten arms, side stretch, exhale. Back through center, inhale. Other side, exhale. And center, inhale. And let's interlace those fingers, but this time turn the palms towards the ceiling and push those palms away. Engage your legs and push the floor away at the same time. Take a breath in, feel that stretch through armpits, side body, and breath out. And one more breath in. And then on your exhale, arms wide and all the way down, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. And let's plant those hands, step those feet back, downward facing dog. Breathe in. And breathe out. So again, it might be the first down dog of the day, so gentle. And find your exploration. What is this down dog like today? Not yesterday, not what you want it to be, not what it might be next week. Just notice all those parts of the body, and again, stay open to possibility, to noticing something new, something different, something that's slightly changed. Take another breath in. And breath out. And one more breath in. Push those sit bones up and back. Push those heels down. And then on your exhale, let's lower those knees and let's come into a table pose. Bringing hands under shoulders, and remember this table pose could always be using a chair. And now with your next inhale, that right arm is going to come out to the side and then all the way up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, right arm threads towards the left. And let's do that again. Inhale to open. Exhale and thread. And inhale, open. And exhale, thread. And now as you inhale, open up. See if you can lift that gaze also. And then as you exhale, lower that right hand down, coming back into your table pose. And let's switch sides. So as you're ready, left arm reaches out, up towards the ceiling. Exhale, thread that arm reaching to your right. And again, inhale and open. Exhale to thread. Inhale, open. Exhale, thread. And now on your inhale, open, lifting that gaze. And as you exhale, coming back to table pose. And now in your table pose, bring your chest forward, lift your gaze, so opening your throat. And then on your exhale, round your spine, chin to chest, opening the back of the neck. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. And round. Exhale. And now let's find that neutral spine. Take a breath in. And on your exhale, tuck your toes and let's go back into downward facing dog. And feel that down dog once again. What else do you notice? Maybe those hands on your mat, on your chair. There's a texture under those hands that you might notice. And then you might be able to push that floor, that mat, that chair away, finding a bit more space between those fingers and those sit bones. Take another breath in. And breath out. And now on your inhale, walk your feet to your hands. And exhale to fold. Let's bend those knees, coming into chair pose. Inhale. And bringing hands to heart. Exhale. Pausing here for a moment. If you need to, give your shoulders a little roll, just like we did before. Keeping some space or creating some space between ears and shoulders. And your thighs might be working here. There might be some heat building. Take another breath in. And breath out. And then push the floor away, straighten legs, reach your arms up. And on your exhale, side stretch. Come back through center, inhale. And other side, exhale. And back through center, inhale. And now on your exhale, send the right foot back. We'll move into warrior one. So you want to be grounded and stable through your legs. With your next inhale, we're going to reach those arms up. And then as you exhale, bend your elbows. Open up that chest, squeeze the shoulder blades. And exhale, bring your forearms to touch. 2 more times. Inhale and open. Exhale to close. And inhale, open. And exhale, close. And now here, keep those elbows as close together as possible. Maybe hook your thumbs. With your next inhale, we're just going to lift those elbows towards the ceiling, lifting that chest, lifting the gaze. And then on the exhale, draw those elbows in, rounding the spine. So as you do this, stay stable through your legs. Keep a stable gaze and breath. And one more. Inhale to lift. And exhale to round. And now on your inhale, let's lift those arms all the way up towards the ceiling. And on your exhale, we're going to bend the right elbow, bring the left hand to that right elbow. The right hand is dropping behind you. And we're just drawing that right elbow towards the head. And then we're pushing the head into the elbow. Breathe in. And breathe out. And another breath in. And breath out. With your next inhale, arms lift. And on your exhale, step that back foot forward. Mountain pose. And bring hands to your heart. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Inhale, arms lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up into chair pose. Exhale, hands to your heart. Pause, breathe in. And breathe out. Push the floor away, rise all the way up. Inhale, side stretch, exhale. Center, inhale. Other side, exhale. Center, inhale. And now it's the left foot that steps back and warrior one on this side. Once you've planted that back foot, make sure that you feel stable and grounded. Arms will lift, inhale. Elbows bend, exhale. Spread your fingers, but don't add too much tension into your fingers. I tend to really extend them or hyperextend them, so I need to remind myself here about slightly bending those joints. So see if that's the case for you. Bring that awareness to your hands. And then as you inhale, squeeze those shoulder blades, open the chest. And on your exhale, forearms come close together in front of you. 2 more times. Inhale and open. Exhale to close. And inhale, open. And exhale, close. And now from here, keep those elbows close together, hook the thumbs, and maybe the opposite way, so it really feels awkward. And then inhale, elbows lift, gaze lifts. And on your exhale, elbows draw in, round the spine. So make sure you feel stable here. Inhale and lift. Exhale and round. And one more time. Inhale, lift. And exhale to round. And now as you inhale, let's lift, reach those arms all the way up. And this time your left elbow will bend. That left hand comes behind the head, right hand to your left elbow. And you're drawing that elbow in towards the head, and then push the head back into your elbow. Breathe in. And breathe out. And another breath in. And breath out. Let's release, reaching those arms all the way up. And then on your exhale, send your weight forward. Step that back foot forward. We'll meet in mountain pose, hands at your heart. Take a breath in here. And a breath out. With your next inhale, arms lift. And on your exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, plant your hands, downward facing dog. Breathe in. And breathe out. So if I'm not mistaken, this is maybe the 3rd down dog of practice today. So again, just notice, whatever you notice might be different from the first one. You might be able to discover something new in this down dog. Again, staying open to possibility. Wherever you are, whether it's a down dog on the floor, whether it's using your chair, and try to be as objective as possible. So notice when dialogue of like, oh, it's not as good as the last time, or it could be better, or notice when all that comes up and see if you can drop it, because it might not be that helpful. Take another breath in. And then on your exhale, lower your knees and let's come into table pose. And then from here, let's turn the fingers. So fingers are going to be pointing towards your knees, palms still planted. And then we're just going to draw the hips or those sit bones towards the heels. So you're getting some extra stretch through the inner part of your arm and your wrist. And be gentle. Breathe in. And breathe out. And then inhale, coming back through center. And now pointing your fingers forward, and we're going to come all the way down onto the forearms. And we're going to interlace those fingers here, pinky side on the mat. And you could, instead of interlacing the pinkies, you could just rest one in front of the other. Your elbows are straight under your shoulders, and we're going for dolphin pose. So let's take it slow first. So tuck your toes first. Find some engagement in that upper back, pressing your elbows down and then trying to spread them out, but you can't spread them out because you're pressing down. And then from here, let's just hover those knees over the mat. Okay, so you don't have to straighten your legs or anything like that. We're just keeping the knees bent and hovering them over the mat. Keep your gaze straight down. See if you can send your sit bones back a little bit more. You're pushing the mat away with your forearms. Take a breath in, a breath out, and one more breath in. And then on your exhale, lower those knees to the mat. Take an inhale with still those forearms on the mat. Bring your chest forward, look up towards the ceiling. And then on your exhale, round your spine, draw the chin to your chest. And two more like that. Inhale, bring your chest forward, gaze up, opening the throat. Exhale and round. And inhale one more time. And exhale, round. And then again, you want to find that neutral upper back, engaged upper back. And then we're going to tuck those toes once again. We're hovering the knees, and you could stay here, or you could try going more for straight legs. So keeping those hips lifting up and back, keep pushing the floor away. And maybe those knees straighten all the way or halfway. Keep lifting those sit bones in any case. Breathe in and breathe out. And see if you can let go of tension in your neck. Take another breath in. And then on your exhale, lower your knees. And let's come all the way into a child's pose. Sit bones towards your heels. Release your fingers and bring your arms by your side. Palms facing up. Fronts of the shoulders relaxing towards the ground. Let's take about 3 to 5 breaths here. And you could use your exhales to really drop that effort from the previous dolphin pose. One more breath in and breath out. And then with your next inhale, bring those hands again in front of you, plant them, and let's move back into downward facing dog. And once you're in downward facing dog, move your neck. So let's look towards the right armpit first. And now let's go back through center. And let's look towards the left armpit. And back through center. And let's look to the inside of that right elbow. And center. And now to the left elbow. And center. And now let's look all the way to the fingers. And center. And now all the way to the belly button. And then back through center. With your inhale, walk your feet to your hands. And let's meet in a forward fold. Exhale. Bend your knees, coming into chair pose. Inhale, reaching your arms up. And as you exhale, bringing hands to your heart. From here, stay in your chair pose. Action in those legs. Give your shoulders a roll up by your ears, down the back. And then again, up by the ears, down the back. And one more time, up by the ears. Maybe you're sitting a little lower. Exhale. Now push the floor away, straighten legs, straighten arms, side stretch, exhale. Back through center, inhale, and other side, exhale. And center, inhale. And now let's find the awkward interlace of those fingers. Let's push those palms away and get that extra space through the side body, armpits, rib cage. Press through your feet, engage your legs, take another breath in. And then as you exhale, arms wide, and we're just going to stop here with our arms out into a T. Pushing the heels of the hands away, palms facing out. Inhale and find some circles. And then switch direction. Keep pushing those palms away, switch direction again. And last one, switch direction. And then on your inhale, point those fingers. And as you exhale, arms down by your side. Inhale, bend your knees, chair pose. And exhale, hands back to your heart. Pause, breathe in. And breathe out. And another breath in. And breath out. And then from here, straighten legs, reach your arms up. And on your exhale, bring those hands behind you. Interlace them at the lower back. Once again, straightening those arms, lifting that chest. And then from here, think about those knuckles reaching towards the space behind you. So any amount. So you're just moving those hands away from your body. Again, notice what that does to that back body, to those shoulders. Don't take it too far. Breathe in. And breathe out. And then see if keeping those hands behind you, you can switch the interlace of your fingers. Finding the one that's a little bit more awkward. And then once again, sending those hands away from you. Take another breath in. And breath out. And then as you inhale, release the hands, reach your arms up. And on your exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, plant the hands and downward facing dog. Breathing in. And breathing out. And another breath in. And breath out. And let's take one more breath in. And then on the exhale, let's lower knees, table pose. And we're going to thread the needle once again, but this time we're going to stay in it. Okay, so if you need any block or any pillows, because we're going to lower the shoulder to the mat. So when you're ready, we'll start with the right side. So right arm is going to open up, looking up towards the ceiling. And then on your exhale, thread that arm and reach. And let's do that again. Inhale, open. Exhale and thread to reach. And one more time, open. And now on your exhale, we're threading. And this time we're lowering the shoulder to the mat, to your pillow. The side of the head is going to rest on the ground, or the pillow, or the block. And we're going to try to level out those hips here. Okay, so if you notice that you're leaning more to the right, draw those hips a bit to the left. What happens when you draw that right hip slightly back and then level it out with the left? And just play with this a bit here. And if you're in this posture, just like I guided through, then great, stay, explore it. If this is not working, another modification for this is coming up with the body and then bringing that right arm across the chest and bringing your left hand to the right upper arm and drawing that upper arm towards the chest, trying to keep that right arm straight out. Okay, so this is another way of getting that stretch through that right shoulder blade, that upper back on the right side. So let's take 3 more breaths wherever we are. Try to relax jaw, eyes. And same applies whether you're doing this seated or you're down on the mat. Lengthen the spine, crown of the head away from your tailbone. And then with your next inhale, if you're down, make sure you've got that left hand planted by your face. And we're going to rise up, open that right arm. And then on the exhale, return to your table pose back through center. And we're going to switch sides. So left arm will come out and up, inhale. Exhale, thread. And then again, open, inhale. Exhale, thread. And now open. And on your exhale, thread. And lower the shoulder, lower the side of your face. And find your version here. So remember, we're looking for the stretch and around that left shoulder blade. And you want to keep more of a long spine, level hips. You want to keep space in your neck. So again, whether you're down on the ground or you're seated, shoulders away from your ears. And bring that attention onto your breath. And let's breathe in. And breathe out. And one more breath in. Relax the jaw, relax your eyes. And breath out. And then with your next inhale, we'll come out of the pose. That left arm opens. And on your exhale, coming back to your table pose, planting both hands. Noticing any sensations in those shoulders. And then take a deep breath in, look forward or up, cow pose. And on your exhale, round your spine a lot. If you can, come onto your fingertips, finding a slight bend in all the joints of your fingers. And then really pushing that back body towards the ceiling and dropping the top of the head towards the ground. And now take an extra breath into that back body. And breath out. And now coming back onto your palms. And let's make our way into a seat. So bringing those legs in front of us. And once you've got your legs in front of you, bring your feet wide, your knees wide. And we're going to bring those hands to the insides of those feet, those legs. So those feet are still wide, those knees are wide. And we're just walking those fingers forward. Rounding that spine, dropping the head. So any tension that appeared in the neck from what we just did, see if you can let it go. So head heavy, pulling, lengthening that neck. Breathe in. And maybe you even find an open mouth exhale. And let's take another breath in. And breath out. And now slowly walk those hands back towards you. And bring those feet hip width. Plant your toes. Bring your hands in front of you. Take a breath in here. And then on your exhale, come halfway down. Take another breath in. And exhale, lower all the way down onto the mat. And keeping your knees bent, feet planted, let's just bring some awareness to the back of the neck. So try to slide that point in the back of the skull that's on the mat. Try to slide it back and away from your tailbone. And then notice how your chin slightly tucks. And notice that you might find some space in the back of your neck. Try to keep your shoulder blades planted and the fronts of your shoulders wide. Hands could rest on your thighs, on your belly, by your side. And let's just focus on that back body on the mat for a moment. As you think of that back body, include the skull, include the back of your neck. So noticing that point in the back of the skull resting on the ground. Noticing the space in the back of the neck. Noticing your shoulder blades and the space between the shoulder blades. Noticing your ribs. Noticing that lower back and its relationship to the ground. Noticing the sacrum and also how it's relating to the mat. And now take a deep breath in and breath out. And then taking a deeper, more intentional breath in and a more intentional breath out. And then using that breath to find gentle movement in fingers, toes, ankles, wrists. Moving the chin from one shoulder to the other. And maybe taking a stretch, reaching your arms overhead, fingers moving away from your toes. And then on your exhale, rolling onto one side and pausing there. And giving yourself a breath in and a breath out. And then as you're ready, making your way up, and we'll meet in a comfortable seat, bringing hands at heart. And taking this moment to acknowledge the practice itself, and then to acknowledge ourselves for today practicing, and then acknowledging those who practiced with us, and then acknowledging all those that in one way or another made it possible. And we'll end with a word that means that the light in me recognizes and honors the light in you. Namaste.
Namaste.